Top 10 creepiest creatures found in the deep ocean. 1. The Fangtooth Fish. A nightmare with fangs too large to fit in its mouth. Imagine a fish so horrifying that, despite being no bigger than your hand, it could haunt your dreams. Meet the Fangtooth Fish, a deep-sea predator with the largest teeth, relative to body size of any fish on Earth. Its fangs are so big, in fact, that it can't even close its mouth all the way. Now picture this. Pitch-black darkness, no sunlight for miles, temperatures barely above freezing. And out of the shadows glides a creature with stone-like skin, deep-set eyes, and jagged fangs glistening in the cold water. It doesn't see well, but it doesn't need to. The fangtooth relies on its lateral line system, an underwater sensory radar that detects even the faintest vibrations in the abyss. It lurks silently, waiting for prey to drift by, and when it senses movement, it launches with terrifying speed. And although it's small, usually just 6 inches long, its appearance is so grotesque and primitive that it's often described as looking like a creature from a forgotten era or a horror film. This fish doesn't just survive in the darkness, it rules it. Proof that in the deep ocean, it's not the size that matters, it's the teeth. 2. The Gulper Eel. A monster with a mouth that defies biology. Now, forget what you know about how a fish should look, because the Gulper Eel breaks every rule. Also called the pelican eel, this deep-sea creature has a jaw so large it can open like an umbrella and swallow animals larger than itself. Its body? Long, thin, almost serpentine, like a black ribbon twisting in the water. Its face? A void. Empty, soulless, with tiny pinprick eyes and a jaw that stretches wide into the abyss. And here's the creepiest part. At the very end of its whip-like tail is a bioluminescent organ that glows with soft, ghostly light. Scientists believe it uses this eerie blue flicker to lure curious prey toward its mouth. And then, with one sudden snap, it strikes. Despite its horrifying appearance, very little is known about the Gulper Eel. It's so rare that most footage of it comes from remote-controlled submersibles. And even those moments feel like glimpses into another dimension. It doesn't behave like a fish. It doesn't even look like one. It floats. It waits. It consumes. The Gulper Eel is less like an animal and more like a trap with a pulse. The Barreleye Fish. The fish with a transparent head and eyes that see through its skull. Imagine a creature so strange that its head is literally see-through, a clear dome that reveals its brain, eyes, and all the soft tissues inside. This is the Barreleye Fish, a deep ocean marvel that looks like it was designed by an alien. The eyes are its most chilling feature. Unlike normal fish eyes, these are tubular, glowing green, and fixed inside that transparent skull. And here's the wild part. These eyes can rotate independently. When searching for prey, the Barreleye's eyes point upwards, scanning the silhouettes of tiny jellyfish and crustaceans floating above. When it spots a meal, the eyes swivel forward, like glowing spotlights locking onto their target. This ability lets the Barreleye avoid danger and navigate the pitch-black water with incredible precision. It's a ghostly sentinel in the deep, hovering silently, barely moving. a living camera watching from inside its own skull. Scientists only discovered this secret in 2004, after decades of mistaking the barreleye for a much more mundane fish, but now it's become a favorite example of how bizarre and alien the deep sea really is. 4. The giant isopod, a monstrous crustacean that looks like a giant armored roach. If you think cockroaches are creepy on land, wait until you meet their monstrous cousin lurking in the ocean's dark abyss, the giant isopod. Imagine a bug the size of a small cat, covered in thick armor-like plates. Its body is segmented with multiple legs designed to scuttle sideways over the ocean floor. This is no ordinary bug. It's a ruthless scavenger that devours dead whales, fish, and squid that drift down from above. Giant isopods have survived for millions of years, a testament to their evolutionary success. They can survive months without food, then gorge themselves so heavily that they become too sluggish to move. What's terrifying isn't just their size or appearance, but the slow, methodical way they crawl across the seabed, unblinking and silent. Their cold, expressionless eyes and armored shell make them look like deep-sea tanks, perfect survivors in a harsh, lonely world. Scientists have even observed giant isopods invading underwater equipment, mistaking it for food and destroying valuable electronics, a reminder that this creature is as relentless as it is strange. 5. The Goblin Shark, a prehistoric shark with a jaw that shoots forward like a slingshot. The Goblin Shark looks like something out of a nightmare, a living fossil from 125 million years ago. Pale pink skin, soft flabby body, and a long, flat snout filled with tiny electroreceptors. But its most terrifying feature? Its jaw. The goblin shark's mouth can shoot forward up to 8 inches, snapping prey with lightning speed. This slingshot jaw, packed with dagger-like teeth, can extend almost 90% of the way out of its skull. Imagine a shark jaw unhinging and launching forward to grab food like a predator from a sci-fi horror film. Despite its fearsome bite, the goblin shark moves slowly, drifting through deep water with an almost ghost-like presence. It's a master of stealth and an ancient survivor of a time when sharks ruled the oceans. Rarely seen by humans, goblin sharks are most often caught in deep-sea fishing nets, a reminder of just how alien and unreachable their world is. 6. The Frilled Shark, a living fossil that looks like a prehistoric sea serpent. Imagine a creature so ancient that scientists call it a living fossil. The frilled shark has changed very little in over 80 million years. Its long, eel-like body and frilly gills give it a terrifying, serpent-like appearance. This shark can grow over 6 feet long, but it moves in slow, undulating waves, like a snake gliding through the water. What makes it truly nightmarish are its jaws, packed with more than 300 needle-sharp teeth, arranged in rows designed to trap slippery prey. Its gill slits look like delicate lace, but don't be fooled. This shark is a skilled ambush predator. It lies in wait, then strikes suddenly, swallowing prey whole with a mouth that can open incredibly wide. Rarely seen by humans, the frilled shark is a living reminder of the ocean's deep, dark past, and a symbol of its continuing mysteries. 7. The vampire squid, a glowing phantom that lives in oxygen-starved waters. Despite its name, the vampire squid doesn't suck blood. Instead, it's a mysterious creature of the deep. living in one of the ocean's most extreme environments, the oxygen minimum zone. Its body is dark red or black, covered with light-producing organs called photophores. These create eerie blue glows, helping it communicate and confuse predators in the pitch-black depths. When threatened, the vampire squid does something strange and beautiful. It turns itself inside out, wrapping its spiny arms around its body like a cloak. Then, it releases a cloud of glowing mucus to distract attackers and silently escapes. It feeds not on prey, but on marine snow, tiny organic particles drifting down from above. Its ability to survive in oxygen-starved waters where few other animals can live makes it one of the ocean's most remarkable and creepy residents. 8. The black swallower. A fish that eats prey bigger than itself, sometimes to its own death. In the deep ocean, food is scarce, so some creatures go to extreme lengths to survive. The black swallower is a small fish, about 10 inches long, but it can swallow prey up to 10 times its own size. Its stomach can expand like a balloon, allowing it to feast on much larger animals. But this gluttony can be deadly. Sometimes, after eating a massive meal, the black swallower becomes too bloated to swim and floats helplessly toward the surface. Scientists have found dead black swallowers with their stomachs ruptured from the pressure, victims of their own appetites. With sharp, hooked teeth and a flexible jaw that unhinges like a snake, this fish is a master of extreme feeding, a terrifying example of survival's brutal costs in the deep sea. 9. The deep-sea lizardfish. A cold, lifeless predator with a sinister stare. The deep-sea lizardfish looks like it was pulled from a nightmare. Its long, narrow body is pale and scaleless, almost translucent. But what truly unnerves is its expressionless face, glassy, unblinking eyes staring into the abyss. This fish doesn't chase prey. It waits motionless on the ocean floor, perfectly camouflaged. When a smaller fish comes close, it strikes with lightning speed, grabbing it with sharp, backward-curving teeth that leave no chance for escape. Its body seems almost corpse-like, cold and rigid, a predator that blurs the line between life and death. Scientists know surprisingly little about it, but its eerie stillness and deadly precision make it one of the deep's most unsettling hunters. The Faceless Cusk Eel. A fish with no visible face, a biological enigma, the Faceless Cusk Eel defies everything we expect from a fish. Discovered deep in the ocean trenches, it has no visible eyes, no mouth, no nose, no face as we know it, just smooth, pale skin stretched tight over a ghostly head. Close inspection reveals a tiny mouth located underneath and minuscule eyes hidden beneath the skin. Adaptations for surviving in the total darkness where vision is useless. This creature is a reminder that in the deep ocean, life can evolve in ways that seem almost alien. The Faceless Cusk Eel challenges our understanding of what a fish should look like, proving that the abyss holds endless mysteries. Conclusion. What the deep ocean's creepiest creatures teach us. The deep ocean is more than a place. It's a vast, alien world of darkness, pressure, and silence. The creatures living there are some of the most bizarre, terrifying, and fascinating beings on Earth. These animals have evolved strange adaptations, glowing lights, transparent heads, terrifying teeth, and even faceless bodies, all to survive where almost no other life can exist. They remind us how little we know about the largest habitat on our planet and inspire both awe and fear. The deep ocean is a final frontier where evolution experiments with forms that seem like science fiction but are very real. So next time you gaze at the ocean, remember, beneath the waves lies an abyss full of wonders and horrors waiting to be discovered. Follow the channel and like the video.